very much needed. So I was going to give a history of how we got started. And just to give you a little history of myself, I owned a business for 18 years, so I have a little bit of experience in the field as well. But during the pandemic, we really thought about our church building, because if you know, most churches are only used for an hour, maybe a few hours a week. And we wanted to figure out a way that we could use our space to better serve our community. And so the Lighthouse was kind of birthed out of that. And the first part of it was that we started a thrift store, a pay-as-you-can thrift store. In this space, we took over the social hall. We had a crowdsourced fundraiser because we needed to paint ceiling tiles and floors and all kinds of work that needed to be done. And the way that God provided also was a thrift store that was local was closing, so they donated all their merchandise and all their merchandising racks as well. So it just really worked out well, perfect timing. And so we opened that about a year ago, March of 2021. Had a big grand opening with the council and mayor from Pitman. It was just really great. And so since that time, we've been able to serve the community. People that are able to pay. Everything's pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. But if you can't afford it, we give it away for free. And we've been able to help many families. One of the families that was a victim of the tornadoes, they came and shopped. I think their friend came and shopped for them. We've had people that have been in domestic violence situations. They've come and shopped, single parents. Back to school, we partnered, the church has done an event for years, so we had people just go downstairs and shop for what they needed for back to school. So it's just been a great opportunity to be ready to serve the community when the needs is present, because many times you try to scrounge things together afterwards, but this is like, all right, we're already here. You need something, or someone shows up at the church. We just bring them right down and they can shop, and it gives them dignity because you're not just handing them a bag of stuff. They can go through and pick whatever they want. And so with the money from that, we've been able to start our second program, which we started it a month afterwards, which is the program that you all supported, which is our free hot meal distribution. So we give out free hot meals twice a month, and we've had some people from the United Way come and serve with us, which has been great. But we give out free hot meals. I actually have one today. So we do the first Thursday and the third Monday of every month, unless it's after a holiday. And we pushed back the one from Easter because I was like, I can't do it right after Easter. Because I have to run a lot of it, because I owned a cafe, a coffee shop before, so I kind of know the history or the experience of doing that. So we give out good food. To me, it's very important that you don't just give out like spaghetti and meatballs all the time. And so we try to make everything from scratch. Like today's menu, since it's Cinco de Mayo, we're doing, what we learned last year, was right around Cinco de Mayo, not to do tacos because it takes a lot of time. And that was the most amount of people that ever ordered meals. And of course, it was also the least amount of volunteers I got for the day. So we were like going crazy. So we're doing a taco casserole, so hopefully it turns out well. We're doing Mexican roasted vegetables, Mexican salad, and Mexican rice. And then we have homemade desserts, which Fran Yearwood, she's big in the United Way, has been a part of it for like 30 years. She was who connected us to the United Way. She's one of the people that bakes our desserts all the time. So we also give out like home baked dessert. So it's like a real meal that people can have. Because I think it also gives people dignity. You're not just giving them some junk food. Like we even make the salad dressing and stuff like that. So it's important for us to give good stuff. And so we've done some good food over time, and we want to continue. And so with the grant that you all provided for us, we're able to buy a new refrigerator, which might seem small, but the kitchen in the church was renovated in 1979. The fridge wasn't that old because I don't think the fridge could stand that long. But somebody had bought us a new fridge like 3 or 4 years ago, I believe. But it was like, usual fridge. But when you're serving, our average is about 80 to 90 to 100 people every time that we distribute food. So it's like a lot of food that goes through. So trying to, when you purchase things early, you got to make sure you have fridge space for it. So we're able to buy a tall refrigerator, really commercial grade, got it delivered, which was awesome. And by the time that we applied for the grant and that we got the grant, all the prices and everything changed. Everything during COVID changed a lot. So I had one picked out, a fridge and a freezer that I could get both of them, like a chest freezer and a refrigerator. But the price went up by just the fridge was like $300 or $400. And so Fran knew I wanted the freezer too, so she was calling people to help raise donations. So she got people together to buy the freezer for us to make it work. And what I really like about it is I think, our mission, we have a lot of things that we want to do, but we want to be, I guess it's our vision, is to be people helping people, community helping community. And I see it so well in what we do already. We've been able to host people, like half our volunteers come from the community. It's not just church members, it's people from the community. Martin Luther King Day of Service, the first day that Pitman's ever hosted one was this year, and we were like their main site. So they could come and help with the meal preparation, which I was going crazy because trying to keep 15 to 20 volunteers at once busy with stuff to do in the kitchen, which our kitchen's smaller than this space.
It is small.
But one part of the kitchen is probably from where Betsy is forward, that's it. And so like trying to keep people busy I was going nuts. But it was really good. So it was just great to be able to work alongside the community. There's people, like I mentioned, Fran helped get the freezer. There was another gentleman who's been an active member of the church, I think, since he was born. But he loves coming to help. He's in his 70s and he can't stand the whole time, so he'll sit in a chair just so that he can help to cook for other people. But the one time, you guys know what immersion blenders are? They're like, well, I got a big one. It's like this big. And so I thought it'd be great for making mashed potatoes. And so the one time, he was like, I don't like that you use that. And I was like, what? He was like, I was driving past a commercial kitchen place. I bought you a commercial mixer. And so this mixer stands this tall now. He's just like, I just had to buy it for you. And there's another lady who just enjoys doing it as well. And she's in her 70s. And she was in charge of the salad a lot. And at first I didn't want to spend all the money on a big salad mixer. I bought like just a smaller one. And she did all the research herself and found a salad mixer and said, hey, can I buy this for you? Is this a good one? And so she bought us a 5-gallon salad mixer.
That's awesome.
So it's great to have that connection, to be in the community. And we plan to do more. Our goal is to offer job skills training, life skills training, other education, mentoring. Another recipient of the Live United grant was Renaissance Village. I don't remember that name. They are the youth center that's in our church building as well. They partnered with the Lighthouse, and so they offer things up in their space. They took over 2 rooms. So they did, kicked off last summer with a summer camp in conjunction with South Jersey Robotics, which was really cool. And then they did a Lego robotics challenge team. So they were part of like a competition. But it was a little crazy because the 2 engineers that were supposed to help both backed out. So, so the lady that's in charge of that, Dawn, she's an English teacher. So like totally different. Fortunately, my son was on the team, so my wife's an engineer by degree, I guess. She's a science teacher, but she was able to do it, and the kids had a ball, and they were able to win one of the awards for the competition, being their first year, so that was great. They are doing Lego Masters now. I don't know if you've ever seen the TV show. Yeah. It's an awesome TV show if you haven't seen it. So they're doing that now on Friday nights. The biggest success that they've had, because they've tried many different things. They were trying to do stuff right after school, and with COVID, it's just, COVID's really messed with a lot of things, so I know we all know that. And they were trying to do like a teen mentoring program. It just hasn't happened yet. I think, they had to get their feet wet in the community. And so the biggest success so far has been Dungeons and Dragons. Anybody ever played D&D before? It's that role-playing game, and my older son was into it, so that's how I knew a little bit about it. And it was huge. So many kids wanted to do it. They thought they were going to offer it one time. They had to expand how much they offered it, then are continuing to expand because how many kids. So it's just an opportunity for kids to be together and to be in a supportive environment. And maybe she'll come and share sometime about all that they do, because they do a lot. They have a lot that they want to do. So, and we're going to continue to build on what we do, just taking it slow. We want to be a place for the community, host some community events. At some point, it'd be nice if people could sit together and eat some of the meals instead of just taking them to go. And we've been able to gain relationships with some of the people that come and pick up meals. So it's just been a great opportunity. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
And I have, I didn't put it out because I don't know where I could, but I have some business cards that